West AstroTurf.
Yeah, it's not where you want to be going. What is it? It's a very stop-start end to the circuit here. This is going through turn 13 and 14. And it's going to be more damp offline, obviously, and on that AstroTurf as well. We'll be trying out the new virtual safety car, where the teams will be shown the VSC displays on their dash and on the panels on the side of the track, and they will have to drive to a safety car delta, but on their dashboards they will have to show a positive at all times in that lap. Ooh, and Alonso just locks up.
Also short shifting heavily on this lap, so obviously he's just recharging his earth system.
Yeah, and all of this coming in after, of course, Jules Bianchi's accidents. Dreadful accidents in Japan. We had news yesterday that he's still in a stable but critical condition in hospital in Japan. You might have read reports that he might be moved. That, say Marussia, is not the case. He will remain in Yokkaichi for the time being, and our thoughts and prayers obviously remain with Jules and his family at this time as well. But the FIA, Ted Kravitz, now trying out the new virtual safety car where drivers will have to keep to a specific speed and pace throughout the entire lap.
Indeed, David, this was communicated to the teams at the team managers meeting yesterday and confirmed. And there were some questions, I understand, from the teams.
You've got a decision to make. You want Fernando Alonso, you've got Magnussen and Button. 3 into 2 doesn't go. So what do you do for next year?
It's a difficult one, isn't it? It's definitely, you get Jensen with experience, you get Magnussen with the potential. It's so difficult for me. I mean, for me, the decision of putting Kevin in the car like this without giving him the chance to do GP2 or anything, and then suddenly getting him in the situation where he could be out of Formula 1 after 1 year, you know, it's not fair. So you have to either trust the potential of the new driver that, at occasions this year has been as good as Jensen, but in the end Jensen has been more solid than Kevin. And
Kevin's very good on a Saturday, not as good compared to Jensen on a Sunday. Is that a fair summary?
Yeah, you can say that. I mean, it's hard to judge because there are so many factors in the race, but obviously as a rookie driver you get into more trouble, and Jensen is really rounded as a racer now. You know, let's look at it from the onboard.
Yeah, how many times before you got that corner right?
Oh man, it took me a few times. I think everybody look at that wheel spin.
125 miles from the Mexican border here, but we're 850 miles from Guadalajara.
Interesting color on the steering wheel. Look, it's silver or
well, is that
grey.
That must be a new steering wheel then for Force India, because they had the old one, didn't they? With the old style steering wheel from last year, they've got the bigger display.
Yeah, it's true.
On the dash,
it's true. Well, you can see that Perez is doing a high fuel run. He's not really attacking, and the sector is pretty low. So, well, I think Kvyat has done a great job again. He's over a second faster than Verstappen, which we know, just under a second faster than his teammate Verstappen, who we know is a pretty quick driver.
Yeah.
Again, we see Felipe Nasser in front of Felipe Massa. Obviously, they can be doing different programs on their Williams. Felipe has always been running pretty heavy on Fridays on FP1s to try and get some more info about the tires. So Felipe, obviously, Nasser is always trying to impress everybody by going fast.
Well, exactly. It's not his first practice session, looking for a drive for next year, and I think one of many actually hoping for 3-car teams as a way into to Formula 1. Nicely taken, I think, Perez on the penultimate corner there. Force India looked quite good through there. I'm going to have a word with your former engineer, Tom McCulloch. I said to him yesterday, Bruno, got some upgrades. I said we've got a few little bits that we always try and bring upgrades for each race. Didn't mention the steering wheel at all.
Not at
to
all.
me on that one.
It looks a bit different, doesn't it?
It does.
Normally we're used to seeing dark steering wheel, so I don't know if that's carbon fiber or if that's some